Hello, I'm Adam Paul Morgan. Thank you for clicking on. Season 7 is 2 days away from me at the moment. Maybe a day, or even it's happened for you by the time you get around to watching this video. But how do you do? How did you find the first episode if you've watched it? I haven't watched it yet. But at the moment, it is currently Saturday around 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in the UK. And of course, Game of Thrones Season 7 is about to start in the next 24 less hours. I'm not too sure on the time difference. But let me hear you out. It's been advertised very heavily that it's going to be broadcast on the 16th. Hooray! Yes, on the 16th. I looked at my work diary. Yes, I'm not working. But here's the hiccup. That's when it's been broadcasted in America. On the 16th is the thing. It's been broadcasted in the UK at 2 o'clock in the morning on the 17th. The day I returned back to my sort of rotated work. I have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, ready to start work at 7 o'clock in the morning to start a 12-hour shift. There is no internet connections. I'll be lucky if I can download the program to my what have you device and be able to watch it at work on my break, hopefully. However, I need to watch it first thing because someone will spoil it for me. Please, no spoilers, please. No spoilers. Hashtag no spoilers. Thank you very much. That's the thing with these programs. Even if you haven't watched them, you probably know a little bit about them. I had only just started watching Game of Thrones, the TV show, about a year ago. I was aware of it, just never got round to watching it for whatever reason. And what happened was a friend of my wife's, who she works with, lent her the box sets for seasons 1 and 4. Watched it. As soon as Bran got pushed out the window, next disc, bang, next episode, going all the way through up to the season 4. By gosh, what are we going to do? I simply have to watch it. At that time, season 6 was being broadcasted, so I signed up for one of these sort of on-demand streaming services. I managed to get the entire season 5 in, but then it got taken off. The program Game of Thrones, for some mystical reason, it was taken off, so I was unable to watch the entire season 6. But then there was a wonderful thing where you could actually digitally purchase these on Amazon Video. So I purchased season 6, the standard edition, not HD, trying to save a few quid just to watch the program to see what happens in that program. And I'm trying to keep it as spoiler free as I can for people who have not heard or seen. Everyone's heard of Game of Thrones now, I'd imagine, but to know what has happened if you're working your way through. And then later on, this box set came out. This is the UK edition of the 1 to 6 box set, which you've probably seen my review, as it were, of this lovely box set. And of course I watched this box set, but now winter is finally here and season 7 is upon us. So what has every single Game of Thrones fan done since then? They have pretty much binge watched the entire series yet again, probably for the 200th time, and I had just finished doing my binge yesterday with the last 2 episodes of season 6. So yes, I believe I'm all caught up, but the wonderful thing about going back to watch the previous episodes is that a few things even my wife was pointing out. What happens to this character? I'm not going to give too much details, but does this character, oh, that's that character, that's what they do there, and it all comes back. So you do have to have through my experience of watching this, you do have to have a little refresher course before going back into it. Now, of course, at this moment in time, it's Saturday morning, I'm avoiding anything Game of Thrones online just in case there's the odd spoiler, and of course, I haven't watched it yet. But I will be keeping stum myself about the season 7 and the goings on. I probably won't do a video about it. I will probably, the only Game of Thrones sort of thing I will do, of course, I'll put spoiler alerts and everything and all that, is probably the sort of the individual box set for season 7 of that wonderful television program, which has sort of captured the world and all sorts of things. But I do know a chap who has stopped watching it after season 4. Simply because it doesn't feel like the characters are the same as they are in season 1. But this is my theory why he doesn't watch it anymore. There's a lot less nudity, shall we say, in there is some, but it's a lot less. So I think that's why he stopped watching it. And I know who you are. Thank you very much. It's not about that at all. It's about the story and the characters and how they develop from season 1. It's like saying Ned Stark's a bit disappointed in season 5. Not saying much, but if you've watched it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So there we go. Every person I've spoken to has pretty much done the binge for season 7. So watch seasons 1 to 6 ready for this binge of what's happening. Now, this is the first time I've sort of caught up with everyone where I'm going to be watching Game of Thrones as it's been broadcast, as in 1 episode a week. Now, previously, I've just binge watched the entire box set, but this is the first time, so it's going to be, got to wait until next week. I haven't really done that on a television show for quite a long time, probably Doctor Who, but even that was a bit until the last few episodes of this current season. That's another video together. But there we go. I'm ready for Game of Thrones. I'm all ready. I have my ale, but I have to work, and I wish it was on the 16th, but it's on the 17th here in the UK at 2 in the morning. So I've got 2 options: get up, watch it, go back to bed, or get up really early and watch it on the demand service. Very tricky. I'll probably watch it on the bus on the way to work and on my lunch break. I don't know. Tricky situation, but I'm looking forward to it. Hope you enjoy it as well. I have nothing to do with the making of the programme. I'm just there as a fellow viewer, as it were. But thank you so much for clicking on this video. Have a good one and ta-ra a bit.